wait. Before we get into the video, I'm going to need y'all to go and subscribe to my couples channel, my gaming channel, which is going to be in the description and in the comments down below. Make sure you guys go and show those two channels some love. And yeah, that's about it, guys. Let's get into it before y'all click on.
I'm Kristin Chenoweth.
I'm Ariana Grande.
I'm Cynthia Erivo.
I'm Idina Menzel.
How did you all kind of arrive at what your cameo and your role in the film would be?
Steven Schwartz wrote
They
it.
just asked us.
And I said, just make us look pretty.
What was the original? We both texted, and she said, have you seen the description of us in the movie? And it was like, it didn't say old decrepit. But it said something like that, but then it said, then we changed it, and we said no.
What happened? The interview just started. Why are they crying? What am I missing? What is the... Why are they... Oh my God.
Then it said, then we changed it, and we said no. We're not going to be those
I
wise
wasn't going to
women.
go there. Can't we just be beautiful fairy goddesses?
Goddesses.
Yeah.
Goddesses.
So we might have had that one part changed, just that one.
And fabulous. You needed it. Fantastic.
It is the
Also,
most
we
exciting
insisted. We were like, this is not happening without that.
Yes.
So, where is it?
And we had the best day rehearsing.
We sure did. It was almost like
Glenn and Elphaba grew up.
Yes. You know what I mean? It was so fun. It was really
surreal.
fun.
You do your vocal riff, which I love. Was that part of the script, or did you throw that in there?
Of course she threw it in there.
Didn't.
That's like the...
No, Steven wrote that in.
No, we just showed up, right?
Yeah, and it was Steven Schwartz.
Yeah.
Figured out how to put all the singing into one key and arrange it. Yeah.
Yeah, you really put your own stamp on the end of Defying Gravity. Were there a lot of conversations around that?
Steven Schwartz was in the, whilst we were doing the comps for the rehearsal tracks, he said he trusted me with the story. I did it by the book first, and he was like, and? Trust you with the story, so what's your war cry? And I tried a couple things, and then I did the one that stuck because it felt good, it felt right, and that's the one that stuck.
It's so good.
Thank you. It is so good.
It is so good. I read the Wicked novel by Gregory Maguire. So I had a lot of that to draw from, although the novel is much darker
And different.
than the show. But I watched Margaret Hamilton a lot and hoped that it would just kind of infuse. And I think the time where it connected for me was in her cackle and finding that in our scenes and stuff like that.
Margaret Hamilton was definitely like a touchstone for me. But looking at the image of her,
I love her
just
nails.
go back to this image of, you know, like the black and white, where she's got her claws, things that. It's the first time I realized that she has nails. That's something I can pull in the look of her as well. But then I'd obviously seen this show a couple times, and I had listened to both of you often. So I had your voices in my head, and I had her sort of imagery. So it's really nice to sort of find pieces of those things to create something, and then add my own thing to it.
Which you did.
Thank you.
Yes, you did.
Yes.
Thank you.
You both did.
The original Broadway cast recording was, of course, my lifeline growing up. It was always something that brought me great comfort and happiness, and I would listen to it when I was nervous for something or sad about something, and it was always a safe space for me. I also read the original L. Frank Baum books, and there are so many. There's so many insane characters that, like...
We just haven't even touched upon.
Yeah.
I know.
It's really incredible. Every single person, our props department, our costume designer, Paul, our set designer, Nathan Crowley, every single thing was a piece of Aussian history from the books and what's been before us, The Wizard of Oz and Wicked. You're Wicked. Want to wear? Try them on. Come on. I mean, including my glasses I brought today.
Oh, yeah, those
Very awesome.
those are wonderful.
I remember when we got the news, FaceTiming you, and both of us just being sobbing, snotty dolphins.
I was like, who can speak higher? Like, still good.
We couldn't hear a word.
It's white noise and pig. Snot glitter.
Snot glitter.
I
think you faced
We did, yeah. We
And you were like
FaceTime.
sunny and beautiful, and like I remember you were in blue. It was like the sun was on you. I remember this. Yeah, yeah.
You're so sweet. She was she was so respectful.
Thank you, brother.
Yeah.
Thank you. I felt very, very supported by both of you, actually. I felt really, really supported. And like given the room and space and just like lots of encouragement. After you sing the film, that voice note, I still play it sometimes.
Oh,
Did
yeah,
you?
I saved mine too.
I saved the voice notes and I played them. I play them a lot.
I meant it.
I know, I think it meant a lot. Why are you getting teary-eyed?
Yeah, I meant it. I don't know, I felt very emotional and I just felt like you both did such justice to the story.
Oh my God.
It's a beautiful tribute, not to make it about us in any way.
No, but
It's just you found your own light.
it's gone.
Put the glasses on.
How did we get here? We only just started.
I knew I'd need these.
I know I should have brought mine too.
I was called in to just sing for Alphabet. I was given The Wizard and I, Defying Gravity, and For Good to sing.
Just those little D's.
Just tiny, tiny songs. Mine was a camera test, so my audition was like 3 hours. So I sang those songs, but did the scenes and the scene work and For Good.
How close was the camera? Because I find that doing musicals on film is very tricky because what it takes for us to sing for real, it
like
makes
up
really
front.
ugly
Faces.
tonsils, and so sometimes you have to
I
sing.
forget that all the time. If the mouth has to be open, the mouth has to be open. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly, because it's real, because you have to see the veins.
Yeah.
But sometimes I say like,
I say the back.
is this horrible
back up.
singing? Yeah, back.
Just back up.
Before this, publicly, we had only ever sung the opposite songs. I had only ever sung The Wizard and I, and she had only ever sung Thank Goodness.
That's right.
I had no idea. Did you know that?
Isn't that
I remember you doing it. She did it at the
I remember that. I
15th
did.
anniversary with her green lips
That
and
was
everything.
That's right. Well, that was crazy.
Not crazy, it was amazing.
It was amazing, but I'm so glad you sang Thank Goodness was my favorite song.
I loved it.
That's my favorite song. Don't tell anybody. You know it is.
I do know
I mean, I love all the alphabet songs.
Of course.
But you know, when you're doing it 8 shows a week, you
Start to love.
Yes. And I always just love that.
You always said that, and
Yeah.
I love I'm Not That Girl.
Oh, me too. That's what I say.
What?
Her I'm Not That Girl is my favorite.
Did they test you to see if you could hit that? I'm not that good.
No, they just made me do it in front of a live audience. After she leaves, you know, I have like two verses of it. Like
you have it at the end.
While the set changed. Yeah. So I could hear clunk, clunk, clunk in the background. And I was like, I'm not that. I'm not that. It was fine. It was just fine.
It was perfect.
The show, for me, has always held the three themes I look for in any piece, really, which is friendship, love, you know, and forgiveness, which is hard to do with people that you love the most. That's what it's all in there. It's all in the tapestry of this piece.
Even though there's a love story with a man, what we love is the true love stories between the women and the sisterhood. And
I was cast, it was very much a side character, and then it kind of developed into this love story between the two women. It wasn't always meant to be that, I think. Were you ever surprised by that? I mean, at first I kind of was. I was like, wow, it's evolving into that.
I think I was too self-absorbed in worrying about if I was going to be fired all the time that I was just so happy to have someone that was always there to see me and to support me.
I remember we opened in San Francisco, and we were still very much working on the show, and I think it's okay and fair to say that we weren't there yet. I remember at intermission, after she defies gravity, I went to Idina's dressing room and I said, nothing's gonna matter what anyone says. Because, did you hear?
I remember
that.
That's so beautiful.
It's not the truth.
It is the truth. They went crazy when you flew. And when you defied gravity,
Yes, they do, and they go
lost their
crazy
minds.
when she sings Popular, and so she's being nice. Or when she comes down in the bubble from right, and what are you saying?
It's just funny because this is what we do. This is what we do.
Really?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, she says the whole audience just explodes when she comes out in the bubble, even though she was afraid that she was eating soap suds.
I thought for sure I was going to get cancer, and it sprang. Well, the bubble juice, you know.
The bubble juice.
But it's okay. But we both did our part, and I just remember, well, you know, I ate so much of it. That's one thing they got to do in the movie, which you got to have a real bubble, and I was so happy about that. I mean, I loved our bubble, but, you know, and, you know, you really fly, and I love your flying, but, you know, you get to do things in a movie that we do differently on a play, and it's just nice to see in the film.
I'm so glad that we're still alive to see.
Idina, me too. Me too.
You all share a legacy in culture with these characters, and you are kind of the only four to have this special legacy here together across time. How does that feel, and what do you hope that legacy is going forward?
I think it's a good show. When we're older, we could do Vegas.
I love it.
Switch roles.
I'll be Dillamond.
You'll be Dillamond?
I'll be Dillamond.
I'll be Fiero.
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'll be fun. I want to switch with Kristen.
Can we please switch just one time?
Yeah. You've been working on me. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to joke.
I think the legacy, theirs doesn't stop because that show is still going. You know, there are still young women who want to be on the stage and who want to be in that theatre to watch. The girls that can't get to the theatre and can't get on the stage can watch it from their homes or watch it from a cinema, go with their parents. And so actually what this means now is that more people can see, more people can share in it, more people can learn that difference is something to be celebrated, more people can learn that you can forgive, more people can learn that you can love, more people can learn about friendship.
And goats.
And goats. And love.
And speaking.
Speaking
their peace and their mind and what's on their heart and feeling safe.
What I love so much about it is, especially in this time that we're living in, that women can be really powerful and unapologetic about it, and more beautiful because they speak their mind and they're ferocious and powerful. I love that that's celebrated.
Holy The legacy just continues. That's a big word, but it will continue with this movie. It continues with our show. Once in a lifetime legacy.
I never watched Wicked. And I'm talking about even the older Wickeds. I have never watched. So I don't know if I was never gravitated towards watching Wicked. I haven't seen it. And I might give it a shot. You know? I might. I'm not really into musicals like that. That's probably why I wasn't gravitated towards it, because I'm not into musicals like that. But I love The Wizard of Oz and all that. Of course, I love The Wizard of Oz and The Wiz. I love it. And they're kind of musicals when it comes to like The Wizard of Oz and The Wiz. But with Wicked, I never be like, you know what? I want to watch this. Let me watch this. And I'm talking about the older versions. But when it comes to this newer version, I might give it a shot. I hope I'm not crying like crazy when I watch it, because Ariana and them, when the interview first started, they was busting out in tears, child. They was already in tears, and I'm just like, what is going on? Like, they was crying through the whole interview, and I'm just like, what is happening? What am I missing? What is sad that I'm not getting? And I'm like, you know what? They probably know the true origin of the story and everything. And they probably get emotional every time they talk about it, because I never watched the movie before. So I'm like, maybe that is the reason why they have been getting emotional for like every, 2 seconds of this interview. I was trying to figure out what was going on, what was sad, why is everybody crying, what's going on. But I might understand it more when I watch the film. So I might give it a shot. But what do you guys think about this interview? Leave your comments down below. Did you guys watch Wicked yet? Have you guys seen it yet? And what is your thoughts about the movie? Leave your comments down below about that as well. And yeah, guys, that is about it. I hope everybody have an amazing weekend. And remember, don't worry about failure. You only have to be right once. Peace.
Kinetics with the funkin' plug.